Well, I think right now we've definitely got an oversupply in the market, global oversupply. So what we've seen most recently, I suppose, in the oil prices is quite a bit of volatility. So we're going from the lows of the 30s, we're now above 40, but we've seen volatility in all the markets. But generally, if you look across all commodities, you'll see that the general trend has been down this year for all commodities. So I think whether I look at iron ore or oil, it's all about oversupply in the system.
Okay, all right, still about the fundamentals. What about for iron ore and this Macquarie call that steel demand out of China is soon going to outstrip supply? Is that optimistic, or?
I think that's quite a strong statement, yeah. Basically, overall sentiment is been bearish this year, but I think everybody's quite surprised at where we are now. We're at $58 a tonne for iron ore delivered into China, and if you think about the beginning of the year, we were much closer to 40, so that's a massive increase. And what we found is the steel mills are working with very, very low inventories, so they need to replenish. We've seen billet prices jump up, okay, just as you were the rebar futures and the billet prices jump up considerably. And because of that, it's really about the case of steel prices are higher, so steel mills can pay more for iron ore. Okay.
Interesting. You know, at the risk of getting a little bit too geeky, I note that vanadium, which is used to strengthen and harden steel, of course, a lot of people are very optimistic about that, simply because as far as construction goes in China, they've made a decision to stop using so much of the cheap stuff steel and get into the more, I guess, quality sort of rebar or whatever. What does that say anything to you? With
yeah, I think it's interesting actually, because you often see that with the Chinese and also with other countries where they start off by producing the main brand products or the basic grades that would be in the plastics as well as the steel, on the steel side, and then at some point they go into the specialty products because the margins are better. So, you know, so that's typically what you will see happen. So that's always quite interesting when that happens, yeah.